Leon Draisaitl on an 18-game point scoring streak. Pretty impressive. He's obviously the most valuable player on your team right now, but is he the MVP in the league right now? Is he the Hart leader?
I'm biased, but I can't imagine he's not. Just watching him play game in, game out, he does it all. I think the biggest thing I've been impressed with, I knew he could score and I knew he could make plays. I think he's sort of legendary for that backhand pass. He's done it so many times this year. He finds guys and he's so big, he protects the puck. But his two-way game, like he really has been committed without the puck to back checking, to being active in his own end. So I think when you add all that up, it's hard to imagine someone would have a bigger impact than Leon. So, he makes a ton of plays too. I think if you watch the way he plays, he kind of draws you in to try to defend him. He turns his back, and then he just zips the puck on that backhand, and he finds guys, the smallest little opening, he puts it right there. So you'd think, well, he's a great passer, which he is, but he's also leading the league by a wide margin in goals.
Guy doing really well and a bit of a rough streak overall for your team, except for the last couple of games. We're looking at the numbers: 26th in save percentage, 19th in offense since February the 1st. How do you explain that?
Yeah, we haven't played well really coming since the end of January. We had that stretch from November to January where I thought we were really controlling the games. Even if we weren't dominating, we were always playing under control. I think our puck management went away from us a bit. We started giving up more odd man chances, and the chances we were generating, we weren't converting on many of them at all. So that's a pretty bad combination. You're giving up some high danger chances. The ones you get, you're not cashing them in. So you're putting your goalies in a bit of a tough spot. And the goalies weren't really strong in that stretch either, but I think they probably got a little bit more flack than they should have. I think our team game had fallen off.
Did they get more flack than they should have? I mean, when you look at the numbers, Skinner's numbers, 25th in save percentage, that's 25th amongst goalies that have had 30 or more starts on the season. Your market in particular was calling out for maybe you needed an upgrade to the trade deadline. That didn't happen right now. What's your level of concern with what you're seeing from your goaltending right now?
Well, I think you don't have to look much past the last two games. Where in Long Island, we had Pickard played a fantastic game, and last night against the Rangers at MSG, Stewart was the better goalie on the ice, and I think so they both have it in them. Maybe it hasn't been the consistency, maybe hasn't been there, but I think they do get a lot of criticism, and I understand that on the one hand, but I think as a team we didn't really support them as well as we should have, and I think when we're on our game like we've been in spurts over the last stretch, we're comfortable in those close games. We've been playing more of a playoff style the last 4 or 5 games. If you look at the way the games have gone, low chance games, and we're not being super risky. And I think sometimes you have to be comfortable playing that style of hockey. It's maybe not the most exciting, and it's not the way we were playing in the middle of the season when it was a little bit more free-flowing. But I think if anything, it's preparing our group for this is what's going to be coming our way in April anyway. So for us, I almost feel like we're playing in the playoffs right now, and these games all matter. We want to try to get first place. Our goal is to win the division. So we've got 4 points we've got to make up on Vegas, but that's really what we're pushing for. And I think the other thing is we want to try to get our full group together. We haven't had that. We made some additions at the deadline, but we haven't had our full team together yet.
Ekholm and Hyman, you think back in the lineup soon?
Yep, they will be. And then Frederick hasn't played yet for us. Right. So we got him from Boston at the deadline. So we haven't had all those guys. Wallman was a nice addition for our group. I think he's played excellent. But we haven't had him and Ekholm in the same game yet. So I think once we get that gives our defense a different look. So I'm eager to see that. I'm also eager to see Frederick join our group in the top 9, whether he plays center or whether he plays wing. I think our coaches have talked about both. We want to see where he fits. I think it gives our forward group a bit of a different look. we don't have a lot of that. We added a bit of that with Max Jones. We wanted to bring something different. I felt like we had a lot of forwards that were very similar, like a different version of the same player. And Frederick and Jones certainly are different than that. So I'd like to see how that looks.
Perfect. Thanks for this. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Gino.